good afternoon, good evening. My name's Amanda Easton and I'm a pop artist from Sydney, Australia. I make retro-inspired theatrical electronic pop. But when I'm not doing my own music, I do cabaret, cover band gigs, solo gigs, tribute shows, recording sessions.
Don't worry, little girl, you'll bloom eventually. Your time will come, and you'll be colorful and live the life you hope for. In your heart secretly, you can build a rocket and travel into space. Just need to make a start. You can learn the way to display your scarlet feather. Wallflower, wallflower, wallflower. Remember how you felt in a dress not meant for you. You're grown up now. Don't underestimate yourself. Let them tell you you're not special too. You can build a rocket and travel into space. Just need to make a start. You can learn the way to display your scarlet feather. Wallflower, wallflower, neither girl in the song that you sing out. I'm monogenic, not the key of my head spinning. Am I the girl?
So the first review of my first ever single, and that's really nerve-wracking. You're thinking, oh, I'm putting it out there in the world and anybody could say what they want about it and it might not be kind. Anyway, my first review was amazing. It was like I'd written it myself. They just completely got where I was going. I was so happy. I was on cloud nine. I thought, all the work that leads up to that very first single, and I got this amazing reaction until I got the second review.
my lips and the nape of my neck, the curve of my back and the light in my green eyes. Is it me in the melody? Love is woven there. Am I the one who makes you high? Am I the girl in the song that I'm hearing? Am I the one that gives you reason for living? Am I the girl in the song? Will we stay enshrined there? Is it safer there? The song will always have you wanting me. Am I the girl in the song that I'm hearing? Am I the one that gives you reason for living? Am I the girl in the song?
So you're 19 at the time.
19, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually get it at first.
You didn't get the gig.
No, they came down to Drummoyne Rowing Club and checked me out again. And
Yeah.
Ivor said, let's call our management. We're going to New Zealand, and then we're going to America, and we're going to
Oh my
New York.
goodness.
And then we're going to Europe. And the furthest I'd been was Canberra in a car to play the tennis tournament. I shouldn't be telling you all this, it's pretty
It's
embarrassing.
fantastic.
And then all of a sudden...
It's like a
we're in
Hollywood
Ice House.
story.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
12 billion light years away on the Cerulean planet, in the Black Star Galaxy, the Alien Federation holds an emergency meeting.
As you can see, the Earthlings are in trouble. They need help fighting their demons. What can we do?
We must go and show them that they already have the tools they need.
You sang to me in French and Italian. I held you to my chest and then I pinned you to for more. You give to me your sweet science fiction. The needle drops again and then you open up the door. You broke me when you left me, even though we never met. I hope the man among
So this is song number 3 from my Wallflower album. My mum called me up one day and said, "Why did you put all that stuff on my doorstep?" And I hadn't. I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You left a whole lot of your photos and, your stuff on my doorstep. What did you want me to do with it?" And I didn't know what she was talking about. And when I eventually went over to have a look at the box, I realised it was a whole lot of photos and whatever from my life. And it could only have come from one person, and that was an ex-boyfriend who, we had a long relationship, but we'd broken up years before that. And it was kind of heartbreaking for me because I thought, I don't know, everyone's different, but I hold on to my memories and I hold on to my photos and that kind of thing. And I couldn't even, from past relationships, I would never give them back. It was sad. And that's what this song is about.
It felt like every day was summer for me and you. Days stretched out ahead forever, yellow and blue. A Hollywood house, open top cars, a lifetime ago. Now it's all here in a battered shoebox. It overflows. 10 years of us, you packed it up, left it at my door, and all there is left of us is at the door. Wear me, tear me. You know the last thing on my mind is the feeling I'm like you. But I hold a hurt so dear to me. Ooh, you know, ooh, they know, ooh, no one knows the name. I dance to the music in my head. Don't pity, 'cause I hear this tune instead. Ooh, you know, ooh, they know, ooh, no one knows the name. I dance to the beat that I can hear. It delivers me from all there is to Scared I could pull a shiv out from underneath of my coat, but all I have is my heart to hold up there to your throat. You swear under your breath you never sink down to this day. Show, never tell, but I know you too well. Kind of mood that you wish you could sail. If teardrops could be bottled, there'd be swimming pools full of models. smart, stupid. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Who broke my heart? You did. Bow to the target, blame Cupid. You think you're smart, stupid. When you're the star that we knew we would part. Shoot the poison arrow through my heart. Shoot the poison arrow. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Shoot that poison arrow.
Look at that face, that determination. Is she gonna do it? Smokey.
So she can't make it. She's so cute. That's a close pull.
Go down a little bit more.
That's enough. She's gonna make it now.
Shed some light on the subject. Oops.
Oh! Just as I turned the light off.
The stage is just behind here. So you've got to watch out that the audience can't see you getting dressed.
So, to my backstage series, here we are. Now this room. Oh. Oops. I look better in the dark anyway. This room used to be quite a good dressing room, but now...
But to the backstage area. Okay. Now, you're probably thinking, that looks all right. You know, there's some lounges. That's all good. Over here, more lounges. So, you know, plenty of places to sit and have a chat. And then you see this. What's that doing in our backstage area? So basically, this is our backstage area. Get this. Yay! But, you know, honestly, I'm not complaining because sometimes it's worse. And the staff here are really great. They do actually really look after you. So I feel a bit guilty poking fun, but you got to say, it is a bit funny, isn't it?
So this is the backstage of Trudgy Beach Hotel. You can see it's quite a big music venue. You gotta love the walls. I'm doing the Fleetwood Mac tribute show here at Django at Camelot, and I thought I'd just show you around a little bit. So yeah, I love this band room. It's very, very cool. Lots of retro stuff, lots of interesting artwork, and they have great pizzas.
Infatuation, pack up all your worldly goods, find a safer neighborhood, push him off his pedestal.
Hi there. Well, you've seen some of the worst changing rooms, green rooms, backstage rooms in Australia. Now here's one of the best. This is one of my favourites, and you probably recognise it from some of mine and a lot of other artists' photos, like promo photos.
You're in the market for a fairy tale, a white horseman that will never fail to thrill you and intoxicate you, find a way to complicate you, shatter your sobriety.
So everyone's always getting photos backstage because it's so lovely, and they think of everything. Look, we've got the full-size mirror, very comfortable chairs.
ironing board, somewhere to hang your clothes. These might seem like normal things, but I can assure you they're very rare. A fan when it gets hot, an actual iron. Oh, everybody loves the mirrors with the little lights around, don't they? Look at this beautiful lounge. And this is only one of the changing rooms. Have a look. Dressing room 1. Here's the stage entry. Okay, nice backstage area. Hall of Fame. Okay, look at this beautiful big space. Green room where they actually serve you food and drinks. Yeah. Not short of a nice mirror or two. Look at this cute little room. How mod is it? I love this. Great colour. They've just really thought of everything. It's so rare. Often a club will renovate, and they renovate the bit that the audience see, but they don't. The backstage area is, a broom cupboard. Okay, so this is dressing room number 2. Oh, hi Marilyn. Also fabulous. Look at that. We haven't even finished yet. There's another one. Number 4. Very masculine, I think, this one. How great is this? This is the juniors. We still call it Souths because that's what it was called in the old days after the Souths Football Club, but it's still a football club, but they call it juniors nowadays. Oh, I love those chairs. There you go. So sometimes it is glamorous. Cheers all. Australian crawl. Shido Echo. The Mentals. Oh, is that Jimmy? Jimmy Barnes. Hang on. Ooh, that's the real thing. You're in the mind for a fairy tale. Our special little band room, where the important stuff goes on. The 18. I do love the styling in this venue. Hi. Yes, I am taking you to the toilets because believe it or not, the toilets are really cool. Check this out. The backstage is cool. Here's Liza. Hello, so here we are at the Wallflower shoot. And I know how you'd like to feel. You'd love to be head over heels. The quivering right down your spine again. Fluttering back in your eyes again. Don't tell me that's not what
join me. I can see it frightens you to look into my deepest blue. But I'll be watching you from here.
Hello, how are you? I gotta say, skin of the teeth. The doorbell rang about 5 minutes ago, and it was the online shopping. Of course, we do all our shopping, full stop, online, and so it's always exciting when the doorbell rings. What a waste! Lou, Pete, Sid, so great to see you. So, yesterday, you tried to shorten name. They wouldn't allow capital letters. How rude. Yesterday, of course, we're only on Twitch with YouTube at the moment. Wine to the door. Absolutely. We have a company here called Jimmy Brings. And Jimmy Brings, Lou, did I say hello to you already? Hello. Jimmy Brings whatever the hell you want him to bring. So my favourite is Prosecco in little bottles because I'm all class. You can actually get Prosecco in cans too, but it tastes better out of glass, in my humble opinion. And yeah, we love it when the doorbell rings and it's Jimmy. Jimmy has lots of Jimmys, not just one Jimmy, but yes, very, very cool. So I've got to thank particularly What a Waste yesterday for helping me out. As you know, I'm still new here to Twitch. I'm so excited that I'm affiliate. I've got to have a huge thank you to Lou for being my first subscriber for 6 months. And for those of you, and I'm only still working it out myself, who don't know what a subscriber is, basically it's a way of showing support to the artists. And it's a really common thing for people to gift subscriptions. And I've been gifted as the receiver subscriptions to other people's channels. And it's just a lovely way to support. I'd also like to say, totally upfront, if you are here and don't pay anything towards the stream, I don't care. I'm happy for you to be here. And financial support is always appreciated, never expected. But I also want to thank What a Waste because he was giving me some advice on how to do this Twitch thing. And basically, I think every day I'll do one extra thing. It can be quite, I mean, I'm a computer nerd. I worked for Microsoft, but this is a whole new world, you know. And basically, every time I do a live stream, I hope to improve one thing. And one thing I have managed to do for today is to import the feed from Twitch. So I can see if anybody follows or whatever, it'll pop up in, I could subscribe to myself. I could, but I don't think I'd gain much by that. I'd just be putting a couple of bucks in my pocket and probably giving Twitch a percentage, but that's okay. And, of course, What a Waste completely reminded me of something that I had been researching, and that's raids. Oh, no worries, Lou. I'm so happy to see you, even if it's just for a minute, anytime. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. And, yes, so we've all experienced raids here. If you've been on my channel when Pete Northcote has raided me a few times. And that's such a lovely thing to do. It's just sharing the love, right? And I really wanted to repay it, even if it's only with a few extra people for another channel. And What a Waste reminded me after I'd already said goodbye to everybody yesterday, but he was still there. So he very kindly jumped on a raid with me and we raided a girl called Ellie, who I think she's in Brisbane, but she's an Aussie girl that plays piano and has beats and she's lovely. She's, I don't know her personally, but great singer, lovely performer, really nice channel, way bigger than mine. She's been on Twitch for a long time. But I do want to do that again today. So now I've worked out how to do that. But what I also have worked out is that once you raid someone else, you still have to turn off your old stream. So I just kept on streaming, which would have been probably me peering into the camera like this, except more like this. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's every live streamer's fear, and it's happened to me, that you go live when you're not expecting to. So one day I was still working out. I use a platform called OBS, which allows me to play videos and to multi-stream and all this other stuff. Anyway, it takes a bit of working out. It's not difficult. It's just a completely different world. And I was working it out, and I was accidentally going live when I wasn't meaning to. So, I'd just gotten up in the morning and had messy hair and sloppy clothes on, and I'm just sitting there, pressing buttons. And I saw the thing go live, and a few people were like, hello, are you all right? You don't look so well. It's like, no, that's just what I look like when I wake up in the morning, and I'm trying to turn it off, and I just kept on turning it on because I didn't realise I had auto stream on. Who would want that? Who would want to just automatically, every time you sit in front of your computer and you open up something, your camera switches on to the world? I don't know who would want that, but I did that. And, of course, I deleted the streams. But a friend of mine, good friend of mine, I talk about her all the time, Jo Elms, who's a fabulous singer. She's married to an amazing bass player, Victor Rounds, who's very well known in Australia, and lovely, lovely man, very highly regarded. Anyway, Jo said to me one day, we were talking about live streaming because it's something she wants to get into. And I told her about this. I said, my worst nightmare came through. I didn't have any makeup on. My hair was greasy and I was wearing my pajamas and I'm live streaming to everywhere. And she laughed her head off and she said, oh, I wasn't going to tell you, but Vic, her husband, watched one of your live streams the other day and he said to me, but she just sits there and doesn't do anything. And I said, was that Friday? She said, yeah. That would be why. It was an accidental live stream. So now I have this cardboard thing, very high tech, that I stick over the camera when I'm not live streaming, just in case I do it again. And you see all these movies anyway, don't you, where people are able to activate a camera on your laptop? And that's a bit creepy. So I don't think anyone would want to, but, just in case, I keep it covered up. David, I'm sorry we lost you yesterday. It's not my fault, it's the government's fault. Those people that just blame the government for everything? Well, I'm blaming the government because they put in an outdated national broadband network that just doesn't work very well. And they didn't look ahead to the future to think maybe more people will start using the internet than use it today. Anyway, it's a big gripe among we Australians, but it wasn't the internet in my house, it was the internet in the area. Just went poof. At least I wasn't naked, can you imagine? It could have been way worse. It really could have been way, way worse. So, yes, I did have a few people kind of text me, though, saying, are you okay? You don't look very happy. And it's like, no, that's what I look like when I'm trying to work something out on the computer. And normally no one sees that face, but everybody got to see it. Anyway, I hope you're well wherever you are. I noticed there were a few requests that came through, so I'm going to have a look at those. We have Belinda Carlisle. I am going to add a different one to the list as soon as I learn it. Turn the light on for me. Is that what it's called? I don't know it yet, but of course I've heard the song a lot. And I actually heard there's an Australian singer called Delta Goodrem. Now, I always thought Delta was such an unusual, lovely name, and now I hear Delta on the news all the time, attached to a different subject, and I really feel sorry for Delta Goodrem, but you shouldn't feel sorry for her. She's a very, very successful singer. She seems like a lovely girl. I actually have done backing vocals for her, and she did seem very nice, but it was just a one-off, so I didn't get to know her very well. But she's toured around the world. She was one of the judges on The Voice in Australia, so she's very well known. But she's been doing something called Bunker Down live streams. I think it's once a week or so, ever since we've been in lockdown in Australia. And it's just a free stream, and she plays the piano and sings. And she's not on Twitch. She just does it on Facebook, but she's lovely. Hoping to not hear any more Greek letters. Shuki! Awesome. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming over. I so appreciate people that have, Delta Dawn, what's that flower you've got on? I've heard that song. Helen Reddy did a version of that, the Australian singer. I so appreciate people that, probably went Twitch, what is that? And still came over to say g'day to me. So I really do appreciate that. And it does help me out just being here. And Shugi, I went through a song for you. I was going to say learnt, but that might be putting too strong a point on it. I have been a backing vocalist in a Carpenters show. So I've experienced many Carpenters songs and I love them, but I haven't necessarily sung them myself. So sometimes when I'm so used to singing a backing vocal or harmony and then I go to sing the lead, I sing a bit of the backing vocal instead. So I'm going to do this one for you. And it's the first time I've ever sung this one, except for the backing vocal. So, let's hope it works. It would have been better if I had known it yesterday because it would have been Monday for you. Maybe we can say rainy days and Tuesdays, although it's Wednesday for me. You have a special request that's not on my list, but one of your songs reminds me of it. Oh, that's a great song. I really don't know it, I'm sorry, but I will have a listen. It's one of those songs, I've heard on the radio and I know I loved it, but I'm not very familiar with it. Yeah, exactly. No more Greek letters, please. I think epsilon is the next one in line, but I hope we never have to experience epsilon. Something weird's happened to my piano, Smokey. It's moved up an octave. So this is an electronic keyboard, obviously, and that C should sound like that, but it's all moved an octave, and I have no idea how to fix that. Smokey! I'm going to have to get a cat lock for this keyboard, so it's going to sound funny. Let me see if I can fix it. Anyone know how to do this? I know. New Zealand's gone back in lockdown. I can change it on modes. What's modes? This has got like 500 different buttons. Otherwise, we'll just hear everything an octave lower, which might be interesting anyway. Octave shift, no. I don't want to octave shift. I know. I'll turn it off and turn it on again. Hang on. Like kicking a computer. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune fish. Tune our fish. Yeah, New Zealand is very strict with the whole lockdown thing, but it means that they've basically had no time in lockdown in the end. So it seems to work, and that's all we want. I mean, it's not as if anybody wants lockdown, but certainly most Australians, I don't know what the percentage is, but most people seem to believe that we just went into lockdown way too late here in Sydney. And that's why the cases have just gone up and up and up. So lockdown hasn't been working because we left it too late. And we also let it spread everywhere else. Sorry. Still not. This is a very complicated piano. Anyway, let's do it anyway and see what it sounds like. It might be a bit strange. I didn't mean that to happen. Oh my goodness. Don't have a cat and a piano. There are literally hundreds of options on this piano. There's all sorts of strings happening up there. I can turn that off. There we go. You hear how everything sounds slow? Talking to myself and feeling old. Sometimes I'd like to quit, nothing to do but fit. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. What I've got they used to call the blues. Nothing is really wrong, feeling like I don't belong. Walking around, some kind of lonely clown. Rainy days and Mondays always gets me down. Funny, but it seems I always wind up here with you. Nice to know somebody loves me. Funny, but it seems that it's the only thing to do. Run and find someone who loves me. What I feel has come and gone before. No need to talk it out. We know what it's all about. Hanging around, nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Oh, well, I think the piano, it sounded a bit strange, but it's a lovely song. And thank you for requesting it, Shugi. Thank you. Ah, no masks anymore. Oh, thank you. You didn't think it sounded a bit strange, a bit low? I could just play an octave lower, but higher, but that would be weird for me. Come on. I don't know how to fix it. That's all right. I might play you a video and see if I can do a quick fix. Oh, I've had this piano for years. I've got to say, I mostly just use the normal piano sound on it, but there are some beautiful synths and all sorts of other sounds that I do use in my recordings. So I know how to use what I know how to use, but it just, when I was younger, I thought, when I'm older, it'll be great because I'll understand everything I need to. I thought that it was like you were born, you know nothing, you learn. You get to a certain age and you pretty much know everything. No. Apparently learning curves continue, and I've really tried to think of that as a good thing. Every time there's a new platform, you got to learn that, but you get so much out of it. And you still know what you used to know, but I just think life is continually going up, and yeah. That's a good thing. You're looking it up in a manual now. Do you know what model it is? It's a Nord Compact Stage. So yes, if you can find out, that would be awesome. But in the meantime, I'm going to play you a video. This is a tribute show that I did many years ago and many times for a lady who is a local promoter and just a massive Jeff Buckley fan. So I've got to admit that I didn't really know a lot of Jeff Buckley until she was a promoter of all kinds of music, and she used to hire me doing my original stuff. And she said, I'd love to hear you do Jeff Buckley. Do you know him? And I didn't. So, I knew him a bit, but I didn't know a lot. And not much room on a compact stage. perfect for a compact little room like this. And so I, did a bit of research into Jeff Buckley, but she gave me a couple of songs. She said, I'd love to hear you do these. And we ended up doing really massive gigs, with thousands of people, because Jeff Buckley has such a following. And when it started, it was not that long after he died. But this is a smaller venue, but one of the shows that I did. So I hope you enjoy this.
Folks, we've got more. And the next we go for the feminine principle. You've seen her on television. You've seen her at the Empire. You've seen her at the Unity Hall. She is our very own Pop-Tart. She is Amanda Easton. Will you please make her very welcome? Come here, girl, tell us about your TV show. If any of you have ever experienced the Pop-Tart experience, it's now on television.
It's actually, you won't catch it tonight because you'll be here, but it's on midnight on Thursdays, but a more reasonable time of 8:30 on Tuesday nights. Anyone ever watch Channel 31? TBS? Yeah, it's on TBS. That's every Tuesday to the end of the year. You'll see no one that's been sitting tonight, but lots of those kind of independent acts doing their own material. Oh yeah, Sarah Humphries. Sarah Humphries is on it. And lots of different artists, so tune in.
A showcase for independent, alternative women singer-songwriters.
Fabulous female-fronted original music.
As of course you are.
Thank you.
There you go. A little bit of Jeff Buckley. This is for you, Sydney. You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess, are you been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin'? And now someone else is getting all your best. These boats are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boats are gonna walk all over you. You keep lying when you ought to be truthin'. You keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep a seeming when you ought to be a changing. What's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boats are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. You keep playing when you shouldn't be playing. You keep saying that you'll never get burned. Well, I've just found me a brand new box of matches, and what he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boats are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Okay, Sydney didn't request that song, but he said he likes boots, so I couldn't resist. Good morning, Sue. How are you? Nice to see you there. Sue, I wanted to tell you too, I am eventually going to switch these live broadcasts over to Twitch exclusively, and that's partly because Twitch is a platform that you can really grow on, and they support it with advertising, and there are ways that we can actually get paid. And with live music disappearing, I need to find another stream of income. But apart from that, at the moment, I have to pay a monthly fee in order to broadcast to YouTube, Facebook and Twitch all together. So I'll only be choosing one so that I don't have to keep paying that. And that'll be Twitch. So, Sue, we would hate to lose you. If you would come over to Twitch, that would be awesome. It doesn't cost anything. It's just another platform to watch things on. And there's a whole lot of shows, everything from cooking shows to crazy stuff, a lot of music, obviously. And you would just need to go to twitch.tv and / then my name, Amanda Easton. I understand, though, a new platform can be crazy, but we would hate to lose you, and I won't be able to continue going to YouTube. It will be another month, I think, at least. But anyway, just to let you know, if you see that I disappear, you are very welcome to come over here. We would love to have you. I fixed the keyboard and I don't even know how, which is really annoying. I pressed one button that didn't seem related to anything and suddenly it worked, which is more annoying because if it happens again, I have no idea. Thanks for offering to help though, David, but all sorted. Shuki, you asked about It's My Party. Do I know that? I reckon I could look it up because I know the song to listen to, absolutely. It's a great song, Leslie Gore. Mark that button. I can't even remember which one I pressed now. Oh, God. All right. Now, this is a request from David earlier. And then, Shuki, I will have a look at yours too. And Sue, of course, and What a Waste Anybody. Please feel free to request anything you might like to hear. So I think I told you yeah, I love Belinda Carlisle, and I really want to learn the Leave Your Light On For Me song, but I haven't learnt that yet. In the meantime, here is David's request.
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. When the night falls down, I wait for you and you come around, and the world's alive with the sound of kids on the street outside. When you walk into the room, you pull me close and we start to move, and we're spinning with the stars above, and you lift me up in a wave of love. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. When I feel alone, I reach for you and you bring me home. When I'm lost at sea, I hear your voice and it carries me. In this world we're just beginning to understand the miracle of living. Baby, I was afraid before, but I'm not afraid anymore. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Say in heaven, love comes first. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. In this world we're just beginning to understand the miracle of living. Baby, I was afraid before, but I'm not afraid anymore. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. We'll make heaven a place on earth. Your queue is full. Who said that? Harry, so great to see you. I hope you've had some chance to do some music yourself. Sydney, your queue is full. Oh, the manual is still downloading. Well, please save it for me for next time I stuff up the keyboard, which is very, very likely. Okay, I better clear some of your queue. We haven't done any of your songs yet. And if somebody would do me a favour and put a link to the request list in the chat there, and all you need to do is press it and check out what's there. You are welcome to just request something randomly anyway. You never know your luck. I might know it. All right, so I can take off Heaven is a Place on Earth. How is your queue full, Sydney? You should be allowed more songs than that. Maybe do a refresh just in case. Thank you, Sydney, for posting that. I better do one of your songs so that we can clear your queue a little. How about one of my songs? Let's do a nice heartbreak song. And this, of course, is from the Wallflower album. Did you only get 5? I thought I'll have to up the limit. I'm sure that's something I can control. And speaking of Wallflower, I'm sure as you know, I was going to be having a live concert, which was going to be live streamed as well. And that was back in July. But of course we had to cancel or postpone
because of COVID, we're all in lockdown for I think we're up to week 7, or this might be the beginning of week 8, and we're not getting out in a hurry. There's about 500 new cases today in New South Wales, so I'll be here. I'm looking at the positives. I get to hang out with you guys more. But so that concert will happen. It just might be next year. But in the meantime, I thought I've done videos, at least lyric videos, for every song on the video on the album now. So I'm going to do a listening party, except it's a watch party. Used to be called listening parties, but we can see the videos. So that's going to be on Twitch, and that's next Monday at 11:30 my time, which is Sunday night for most of you. This is a song from the album. It felt like every day was summer for me and you. Days stretched out ahead forever, yellow and blue. A Hollywood house, open top cars, a lifetime ago. Now it's all here in a battered shoebox, it overflows. 10 years of us, you packed it up, left it at my door. And all there is left of us is at the door. You didn't stop to say hello or see my face. You left me with these photographs and nothing to say. You dropped it all off in this battered shoebox and slipped away. 10 years of us, you packed it up, left it at my door. And all there is left of us is at the door. I know he had a fairy tale life before the rug got pulled away. Old hurts are only whispers now. The history of us can never really change. 10 years of us, he packed it up, left it at my door. And all there is left of us is at the door. Oh, of course, that's one of my songs from Wallflower. We have another request. Oh, there's some good ones there. Evansville. Oh, I see. You're talking about where you're from. That is excellent. I've been watching, I'm only on episode 2, but I'm watching, what's it called? Yellowstone, which I thought had something to do with Yogi Bear at first when my friends told me to watch it. But no, it's set on a big ranch called Yellowstone. We call them farms here. But Kevin Costner is the lead. I don't know, maybe you've seen it, but it's set in Montana, which is good for me. I'm getting an education. I did assume that Montana, where it's located, was going to be, big countryside, a little bit like Australia in the middle. But yeah. And it's filmed 15 miles away from where you live. Oh, well, it's beautiful where you live then. The story is quite dark, although I'm only at the beginning of it. But the landscape, the cinematography is absolutely divine. And I got to say, I'm really fascinated by the native Indian culture as well, because Obviously, we have our own natives, the Aborigines, and there's a pretty, sordid history there, which I gather there is in the States as well. But I don't know much about the Native American history, and you see both sides of it in Yellowstone. Yeah, you probably would like watching it. What a waste if it's in your area. I know, I always love it. Maybe it's not as much of a novelty for you because there's so many big movies and TV shows that are filmed in the States. But whenever I see something that's filmed locally, especially if it's local, I get a bit of a thrill out of it. Oh, you've seen it, Sydney. The first season has more nudity. Damn. Other seasons have more profanity. I'd rather nudity. Oh, you might like it, but you don't have a TV. Well, fair enough. Good on you. I always have respect for people that don't have TVs. I think there's so many other things you could do. Having said that, I do love the TV, but I wonder how much else I'd get done if I didn't. And there's so much on the internet. You don't actually need one so much these days. It must be good if you've seen them twice, Sydney. All right, let me see. So I just got rid of that song. Shugi, I said I would try. It's My Party. I'll see if I've got a chart for it here. This is kind of what they call a live learn, although I think that's when someone hasn't even heard the song, and live on their stream, they listen to the song, work it out, and then play it. I've heard this song many a times, and I've sung it many years ago. I've just never played it on the piano. Bad Guy, that's a good song. Quigley Down Under. Well, Down Under's obviously Australia, but I don't know that I know it. We have just started getting ads for Paramount Channel, so maybe that's something that's newly available in Australia. But we've got it on Stan, which I think it might be an Australian service, so you might not have that. All right, Shugi, I'm going to give this one a go, so forgive me if I don't know it super well.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Nobody knows where my Johnny has gone, but Judy left the same time. Why was he holding her hand when he's supposed to be mine? It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Play all my records, keep dancing all night, but leave me alone for a while. Till Johnny's dancing with me, I've got no reason to smile. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Judy and Johnny just walked through the door like a queen with her king. Oh, what a birthday surprise, Judy's wearing his ring. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
I think that's right. Quigley Down Under was good. Well, there you go. Oh, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Shugi. That's a fun song, isn't it? I do love the 60s and the music of the 60s. I'm sure, oh, there you go. I'm going to have to check it out. I'm sure you've heard me talk about the Swell Sisters before. The Swell Sisters is a group I put together after I did a launch, after I launched my EP Out of the Blue, which had some, even though it had kind of beats that were more 90s and more modern, it definitely had a strong 60s feel. And part of the reason of that was I started doing a 60s tribute show. So I discovered a whole lot of 60s music that I ended up really loving. So the influences definitely seeped into my original material, including the way I was dressing and all that kind of stuff. And when I did the launch, the live concert launch, I had two of my girlfriends on backing vocals, and everyone just said, the three of you girls together in harmony is just such a lovely thing. And I thought, well, I'm going to start a group that's like a 60s girl group doing covers, where the three of us are the kind of girls, and we'll have a band. And so I called it the Swell Sisters, and we've done a lot of really great fun things. One of the shows that we did that was a real buzz was the opening ceremony of some games up in Alice Springs, which is, of course, Alice Springs is in the Northern Territory, and it's a really interesting place. And another one we did was the opening ceremony of the ACE Awards, which is a big live entertainment award ceremony every year. So I'm going to play you a little bit of footage of that award ceremony. So this is the Swell Sisters. This is Joe Elms and Robin Luau. Three cheeky girls, basically. David, we can't have that. The trouble is I need to pay to stream to multiple platforms and I just can't afford to keep doing that, especially with no work. You need to fix your Twitch. Can you maybe send me a screenshot of what it's doing? Because we can't lose you, David. And have you tried refreshing the feed? Just press refresh on the browser. Because it doesn't make sense that it doesn't work. And that's no good. We can't lose you. And yes, Sydney, sometimes you see just one shack in a movie that is set in Alice Springs. And that is probably true. But, I mean, Alice Springs is more than just one shack. But there are parts of Alice Springs you could easily only be seeing one shack. It's a really interesting mix. There's obviously a very strong Aboriginal culture, and the main part of town is much smaller than my local suburb here, just my suburb. It's much smaller. I don't think there are any buildings over about 2 levels, so it's very flat. The earth is all a bright orangey red colour, like a bit like Uluru, Ayers Rock, and it's very hot. There is the Aboriginal side of the culture and the people that live in town, and then there's a very big wealthy contingent of people. I'm not sure if they're people that have, I think in most cases they haven't been born in Alice Springs, they've gone there maybe to escape the big cities. And there was even, I did a gig there, not with the Swell Sisters. I was with a different girl group that ended up, it wasn't my group, I was a guest in the group. And we ended up doing, that was the first show I ever did up in Alice Springs. And it was a corporate function of some kind. Really cute story. I'm still in touch with the other 2 girls. But we were in the dressing room putting on our wigs. Those similar thing, kind of the beehive wigs. That's actually where I got the idea of doing the show. It was a lot of similarities, not quite the same, but to this other group. And when you put a wig on, you might already know this, but just in case you don't, you put on a little wig cap first so that you can tuck all your hair in and the wig will fit on better. When you're sitting there in your wig cap, you look very funny. You look very unattractive. You almost look bald. And so we're all, you do the big eyelashes and all those kind of 60s things. So we're doing that in the backstage area. I think this must have been just before the show. And we hadn't put our wigs on yet. So we're sitting there in our wig caps. And one of the girls was putting on her eyelashes. So she had one big eyelash on and the other one wasn't on yet. And so we looked pretty strange. I think we were basically in robes. And this one guy comes in, American accent, but lived there. And just said, I just really wanted to meet you girls. And he said, in particular you, Lou. And I can't remember what the conversation was about. But you could see, I swear, that was the moment that they fell in love. And now they're very happily married. And he used to work for some kind of government spy organisation. In fact, he's written a book about it. And he was living in Alice Springs. And I remember saying to Lou after he walked out, I said, if anybody is keen to see you again after they've seen you looking like that, she's a good friend, so I'm allowed to say this, then he's a keeper. And they are. They're still together and very happy. And it all happened when she was wearing a funny wig cap, one eyelash, a robe in the middle of Alice Springs. So there you go. Oh, David, I don't know why that is. I wonder, send me a screenshot if you can. Maybe I can Google it and try and find out why it does that, because I can't keep going on all the platforms and I want you here. Is there an ALF, I think you mean AFL, footy team nearby? I lucked into seeing a match where the crowd was mostly Aboriginal. Oh, there probably is a local team up in Alice. All right, now, was it David or was it Sydney that requested? Sydney requested Purple People Eater. You'll order a new computer. Oh, if you've got an old one, maybe that's a good thing, but, I wouldn't expect you to just get a new computer for me. But it might be something, maybe Twitch takes more memory to run. I don't know. So, you may know that we have a young friend called Stu who can't be with us during the day now because his work has put him on the phones. So he can't be here and we miss him. And he requested this song eons ago, well, not that long ago, when I started on Twitch. And I just laughed, and I hadn't heard it before, in fact. But I laughed because the name of the song is The Purple People Eater, and I thought, that doesn't sound like a song I want to do. But then I'm sure it could have been you, David, or Stu sent me a video of the song, and I went, oh, yeah, I've kind of heard that before. Late 50s, I believe, a guy called Sheb Woolley. And I said, I'm never going to learn that song. And then everybody asked every day, all the time, just to wear me down. Secretly, I thought, of course I'll play it if people really want to hear it. It did take me a while, though. So it definitely requires me playing this video beforehand. It was Stu that did it. Saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had one long horn and one big eye. I commenced to shaking and I said, oh wee, it looks like a purple people eater to me. It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. Well, he came down to earth and he lit in a tree. He said, Mr. Purple People Eater, don't eat me. I heard him say in a voice so gruff, I wouldn't eat you 'cause you're too tough. It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. I said, Mr. Purple People Eater, what's your line? He said, it's eating purple people and it sure is fine. But that's not the reason that I came to land. I want to get a job in a rock and roll band. Well, bless my soul, rock and roll purple people eater. Pigeon-toed, undergrown, flying purple people eater. We wear short shorts, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. And then he swung from the tree and he lit on the ground. He started to rock, really rocking around. It was a crazy ditty with a swinging tune, singing a bop-bop-a-loopa, a lim-bam-boom. Well, I bless my soul, rock and roll purple people eater. Pigeon-toed, undergrowth, flying purple people eater. I like short shorts, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. And then he went on his way, and then what do you know? I saw him last night on a TV show. He was blowing it out and really rocking him dead, playing rock and roll music through the horn in his head. Tequila! It does take it out of me because there are so many words. And because I kind of laugh at the words while I'm singing it. Hey, Shaggy, you've already got the hang of the emoticons. I think you've got the hang of it better than I have on Twitch. And Sydney, since you're a subscriber, can you tell me, hey, bandmate, hey, Larry, how are you? Nice to see you here. So you guys are in a band together, Larry and Harry. Do you have to have rhyming names to be in the band? I know a guy called Barry. I'm just being cheeky. It's good to see you, Harry. Where are you from? Oh, I think I've frozen. Have I frozen? On the screen, I've frozen. Hello? Let me know if you can still see me. I think I've frozen. Oh dear. I have frozen. I don't know how to fix that one. Evansville, Indiana. Am I cold? Oh, let me see if this works.
Dad, why did they build the Great Wall of China?
This is a funny ad.
That was during the time of Emperor Nazi Goring, and it was to keep the rabbits out. There was too many rabbits in China.
Okay, now Daniel will do his talk on China.
Okay, I'm back. I just had to deactivate and reactivate the camera. What is my luck lately? I keep on, having technical issues, which is not fair. But I thought that would be a good time because I was going to blame the broadband, which it wasn't. But to play that old ad, which I think is just so cute. It's a bit different from Facebook. Yeah, I think as you get more into it, it makes more sense. And I feel like the community, the sense of community on Twitch is just great. There's a lot of people that come on to hear music and then go and want to support other musicians. And yeah, I think it's very cool. All right, let me see. I haven't done a request for What a Waste yet, so let's do this one. White shirt, now red, my bloody no sleeping. You're on your tippy toes creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you or please. I do what I want when I'm wanting to. My soul so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like it really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dead type. I'm a bad guy. I like it when you take control, even if you know that you don't own me. I'll let you play the role, I'll be your animal. My mommy likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing the song if she reads all the lyrics. She'll pity the men I know. So you're a tough guy, like it really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puffed guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dead type. I'm a bad guy. I like it when you get mad. I guess I'm pretty glad that you're alone. You said you're scared of me. I mean, I don't see what she sees, but maybe it's 'cause I'm wearing your cologne. I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I am a big fan of Billie Eilish. Thank you so much for requesting that one. Now here's something probably at the exact opposite end of the spectrum. By the way, I'm not checking my text messages or anything here, don't worry. I'm looking at the song list. It won't, Shugi, I think you have to log in to the set list, to the song list with your Twitch account. So it should come up with something there to say log in, something like that. And once you're in, then I think you're always in. You won't have to worry. Sugar. Oh, see, now we're getting into the emotes and it's really cool. I like sugar. Now, I created a couple of emotes and I don't know where they appear, but I do wonder, Sydney, the reason I asked you to check your emotes is I wonder if they're subscriber-only ones. And Lou, gifted that subscription to you, which was very sweet. But I made 2 emotes and, I'm a newbie, I'm a noob, as my son would say. So I'm still working everything out here on Twitch. But I made 2 emotes. One is the little blonde hair logo that I use, and the other one is Smokey. And I would love to see Smokey as an emote. So, if there's something there that you can choose, Sydney, let me know. And let me know, Shugi, how you go with that song list. This is one for you, Sydney. This, of course, is from Polaroids and Postcards. I think I do it almost every stream. You don't see my emotes yet. Oh, it's probably something I've got to do my end then. Every day I'll get a bit better. You can see the real thing anyway. Come and join us, Smokey. Who needs a Smokey emote when you can have an actual Smokey? There she is. Did you say hello to everybody? I'll just have a little bath in front of everybody. Don't mind me. Okay. If I could teach you all the secrets that I've learned about the world, I would, and I would show you only goodness in the world, if I could. But don't be frightened of pain, we need it like the rain, it's there to help us to the other side. It's the times that are the hardest at first that can mean the most and make it all worthwhile. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. You were born with such a handsome face, but that can't replace compassion and kindness. Make sure you look for all the beauty in the world around you, and inside people too. They'll give it back to you, and they're really all that matters in the end. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I
I can't put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. I'm loving all the emotes here. They are very cool. You're welcome, Sydney. What a Waste is an expert. He has to school us. Wow, there's some cool ones here. Oh, you're trying to copy the screenshot? Maybe you can just email it to me and I'll check it. Changing the piano one octave at a time. I love it. All right. What else have we got on this list? Letter to a Small Boy, tick. How about this one? Gosh, I haven't done that song for a long time, but I love it. Waterfalls by TLC. Sydney, did you just add Letter to a Small Boy again? You cheeky. All right, I'm going to try this song. TLC, right? I'm pretty sure that's who did it. Lonely mother gazing out of the window, staring at the sun that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side, but he doesn't realize he hurts her so much. But all the praying just ain't helping at all. He can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. He makes his money the best way he knows how. Another body lying cold in the gutter. Listen to me. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Little Precious has a natural obsession for temptation, but he just can't see. She gives him love that his body can't handle, but all he can say is, baby, it's good to me. One day he goes and takes a glimpse in the mirror, but he doesn't recognize his own face. His health is fading and he doesn't know why. 3 letters took him to his final resting place. You don't hear me? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. If the list would let you, I'd request letter 100 times. Oh, thank you. Those were the days, Mary Hopkins. That is one of the songs I do with the Swell Sisters. I reckon I can give that a try. Hey, bandmate Larry. The other member is Dan. Maybe we should call him Danny. Darry, yes. Well, lovely to see you here, Larry. I don't have Discord yet.
one new app at a time before my head explodes. But my 12, he's 12 now, my 12-year-old has Discord. So is it kind of a thing, what a waste, that pretty much every Twitch person also has Discord and then you can hang out there as well? Do you have Datcord? Oh, cheeky. Discord or Datcord? I haven't really looked at Discord. I know my son actually, he's in the room below me, and then my husband teaches guitar out in the back, and he's teaching everything online at the moment. But those two play video games together, and they have Discord happening. So from what I can figure, it's like WhatsApp, but more community kind of oriented. You're doing well with those emotes, Shiggy. So no, I don't have Discord yet, but it's something that I probably will add to the list. Keep giving me ideas. All right, I haven't heard that song for a while, huh? Waterfalls. Let me see, what else do we have here? I was going to tick off Letter to a Small Boy, but then I realised it's a new one, a new version of it. How about a bit of Blondie? This is one of my favourite Blondie songs, probably not the most obvious one. Someone's cooking barbecue, which is very rude because the smell's drifting through my window and it's very nice. No, but you can communicate with your community when you're offline. Oh, I see. Cool. I will have to check that one out.
All I want is a room with a view, a southwest sea and a vision of you. All I want is a room with a view. Oh, oh, oh. I will give you my finest hour, the one I spent watching you shower. I will give you my finest hour. Oh yeah. All I want is a photo in my wallet, a small remembrance of something more solid. All I want is a picture of you. Picture this, a day in December. Picture this, freezing cold weather. You got clouds on your lids and you'd be on the skids if it weren't for your job at the garage. If you could only picture this, a sky full of thunder. Picture this, my telephone number. 101 is what I'm telling you, oh yeah. All I want is 20/20 vision, a total portrait with no omissions. All I want is a vision of you. Oh, if you can picture this, a day in December. Picture this, freezing cold weather. You got clouds on your lids and you'd be on the skids if it weren't for your job at the garage. If you could only, oh wow, picture this, sky full of thunder. Picture this, my telephone number. 101 is what I'm telling you. Get a pocket computer, try to do what you used to do, yeah. There you go. Picture this, emoji-ot. Oh, Shugi, you've got them all happening there. I love it. I don't think they translate to anything, Sydney. It's just an additional way to express yourself. So sometimes you could write
3 sentences, but instead you just use the poo emoji, which I don't think exists on Twitch. It may, but you know which one I mean, right? You probably call it the shit emoji, but we call it poo. I don't know why. But sometimes just a picture tells 1,000 words, right? So I'm pretty sure that's what it's all about. So one of the requests we have here is Stolen. Now, Sydney, would you mind if I played the video? This is the recorded single, but it is live at the Basement, which is one of the best venues in Sydney. It only seats about 500 people. It's certainly not the biggest, but it was always one of those places. Okay, thanks, Sid. It's supposed to be chocolate ice cream, and then everyone just said, that looks like poo. That's probably true. That's hilarious. So, yes, this was taken at the Basement, which is a venue that, gosh, who knows how many venues are going to exist after our lockdown. But it used to be the kind of place, you know, those venues, I'm sure every town has one, not necessarily the most expensive or the grandest, but there's something about, it's got a vibe. And when people come from overseas to play in Sydney, they would always play at the Basement. Even Prince did an after-show appearance there, that kind of place.
Been such a long time, but here you are on my mind. Like back in another time, before we got left behind. I write a blue melody to remind you of me, so that the heart in me won't weigh so heavily. I know it's too late today, and I know I walked away, but I was just hoping you'd tell me to stay. I know it's too late today, but I felt I had to say, I never wanted it stolen away. The calendar hanging here still says it's July last year, before the change in the weather, when things were much better. Please don't get me wrong, things couldn't go on, and now that they're said and done, the world keeps on spinning on. I know it's too late today, and I know I walked away, but I was just hoping you'd tell me to stay. I know it's too late today, but I felt I had to say,
Hey, John, how are you? Sydney, do you think I should do a poll? What colour would you like to see my hair next? Oh, watch Amanda earn points. You have to ask Waterwaste. He's our resident Twitch expert. I don't know what that means either. You're on fire with the emojis. Shigi, I love it. You know, the one I get mixed up with is this one. I thought that was praying. Hang on, can you see it? Here. But people use it as thank you. But I guess they're going, thank you. So, you know, it's hard to know. Hey, John, just to let you know, in case you haven't heard me say it before, at the moment I have to pay to go to YouTube, Facebook and Twitch all at the same time. And now that I'm an affiliate on Twitch, thanks to all your support, I am supposed to just do these streams exclusively. I think it's okay in the beginning stages where I am now, but eventually I'll have to go exclusive. And so just wanted to let you know, if I disappear and you don't see me, I might be on Twitch. I hope everybody will come and join me, and I hope David's computer starts working properly because he's got to be here. But that'll be another month away. I just want to sound the warning. Are you looking for your Twitch password? Oh my God, passwords just drive me crazy, don't they? And you're not supposed to have the same password for everything, but it's so tempting. I do have one of those passport lockers called LastPass. You can get a free version of it, which is what I'm using. And so all your passwords are in the one place. You just need to remember the password for that. But that's only one password at least. Nice to see you, John. I hope Charlie's doing well. Sometimes when you're not on, so I'm not taking... Yeah, that's right. I know it gets like that. I mean, I mostly watch Twitch from the computer, which is actually a lot easier because then you can look in other browsers easier, which you can do on your phone and tablets, but it gets tricky, huh? All right, what songs do we have next? I've put my phone down here on top of my glass of water, so somebody, Miss Fluffy Bottom over there, doesn't stick a nose in it. Those are channel points for watching Amanda. You can use channel points for different things on the bottom left of your screen. So it's kind of like money that you can exchange for other things, I guess. See, this is why Twitch is cool. It might take us, we newbies, a little while to get going. But I can see people really have a lot of fun because it is very interactive. And I got to say, green hair looks good on me. Thank you. Well, I do have a bathroom full of all different colour hair dyes from over the years. So, yes, anything is possible. And I got to say, you know, I live streamed from this side of the camera before I really watched any Twitch live streams anyway. I'd seen stuff on Facebook and, you know, different places, but Twitch, obviously I'm still new. And it was only after I'd been doing some kind of live streaming for a while that I watched a Twitch live stream from Blonde. You like the blonde? I got to say, that's my least favourite. Not because I don't like the look of blonde, but just because it feels too close to a natural hair colour. And I like being unnatural. But, you know, I'm listening. I will listen to the votes. So, yes, what's next on our list? Shugi, did you manage to get into the streamer song list okay? Hopefully you can get in there. All right, here's a daggy song, which means I definitely have to play this. Where is it? You know, daggy but awesome is what I want on my tombstone, which is something I hope I won't need for a very long time. Okay. This is for David. Ooh. I need a new computer too, David. It keeps coming up with disk full, jaggy but awesome. Tom Jones, no less. The old town looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama and my papa. Down the road I look and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms reaching, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, all the paint is cracked and dry, and there that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Then I wake and look around me at 4 grey walls that surround me, and I realize, yes, I was only dreaming. There's a gun and there's a sad old padre, arm in arm we'll walk till daybreak again. I touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of that old oak tree as they lay me 'neath the green, green grass of home. For 480 points I can unlock an emoji. Maybe that's where little Smokey is. Yeah, need to have. It says I need to give permission. Or ooh, maybe flame red hair. Yeah, I think that's my choice. But you know, blonde is the universal everyone loves, right? Okay. How's my little? Nah, still hanging around doing nothing. How are you going to pay the rent? You know, Smokey, you never do anything. Oh, she's my cuddly girl. I'm going to play you some cute Katniss. I think you sent me this, Sydney. I mean, please. Just the cutest. Oh, what would we do without cats? Oh, that's good, John. You were already automatically logged in. I think it keeps you in for 30 days or something like that. Let's do Eye to Eye. Glitch cat. Very cute. You're a master, Shugi. This is from the Polaroids and Postcards album. When nighttime closes in around us, day is stripped away. You say my name like something precious and take my breath away. It's not possession for us, it's belonging to us. No such thing as close enough. So much passion for us, it's belonging to us, impenetrable. Truth will show when you stand so close, eye to eye. Toe to toe, so close, eye to eye. Our world is just this room in this moment, just where we want to be. No one sees me quite as clearly in these spaces in between. It's not possession for us, it's belonging to us. No such thing as close enough. So much passion for us, it's belonging to us. Truth will show when you stand so close, eye to eye. Toe to toe, so close, eye to eye. Sometimes I hold on to hurt like a metal up my heart, but we can't take this for granted. Toe to toe, so close, eye to eye. Truth will show when you stand so close, eye to eye. Toe to toe, so close, eye to eye. Truth will show, toe to toe, eye to eye. That's right, the same album that Letter is on. It's become such an important song that it gets one word now, letter. I like it. But I actually have another song with letter in it. Oh, sorry, Sydney. I have a song called My Love Letter. Is that what it's called? Yes. But I guess because letter starts the title, Letter to a Small Boy, we know which one we mean. Oh, I think I missed a request from earlier. Harry, I think you requested. I just got an electric shock. You requested Dance to the Music, didn't you? Sorry, feel free to remind me when I forget stuff because I've got this dashboard here of all sorts of stuff happening. and I get easily distracted. Wowee. I'm Sorry by Brenda Lee. No, I don't think I do. Don't forget. What don't I forget? Come here, join me. I can see it frightens you to look into my deepest blue, yeah. But I'll be watching you from here. Comes down to this. I can see antennas twitch when I overload the switch, yeah. But I like living here this way. Ooh, you know, ooh, you know, ooh, no one knows the way. I dance to the music in my head. Don't pity, 'cause I hear this tune instead. Wear me, tear me. You know the last thing on my mind is the feeling I'm aligned, yeah. But I hold this hurt so dear to me. Ooh, you know, ooh, they know, ooh, no one knows the way. I dance to the music in my head. Don't pity if I see this tune instead. Ooh, you know, ooh, no one knows the way. I dance to the beat that I can hear. It delivers me from all there is to fear. Oh, hey, oh, 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 yeah. Ooh, you know, ooh, they know, ooh, no one knows the way. I dance to the music in my head. Don't pity, 'cause I hear this tune instead. That song is about going crazy. So, you know, we might be able to relate to that at the moment. For those of you not in Sydney, we're experiencing numbers of around, well, I know, John, you know this, of around 500, and that's not good. So we haven't had any announcement yet on extension of lockdown or otherwise, but something's going to have to, you know, I mean, we've had harder restrictions put on this week. So the official time we're supposed to be out of lockdown is the end of August pretty much, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm slowly seeing all my work for the rest of the year disintegrate. In many cases, it's being replaced, so it's postponed. In many cases, it's not. But that's all right, you know. There are people in worse situations in the world, that's for sure. Nan who fell to earth. Oh, nice one. I might play you a little video. This is a song that I think is very relevant for the times. This is from a band that I'm missing performing in at the moment. But I hope you enjoy this live version. This is from the Vanguard in Sydney. Actually, the same venue of the Jeff Buckley tribute that I played earlier.
This is the only song that all the members are credited on writing together. Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Running in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain, break the chain. Love me now, you don't love me now, love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain, break the chain. Listen to the wind blow, down comes the night. Running in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lies. Break the silence, damn the dark, damn the lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain, break the chain. Love me now, you don't love me now, love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain, break the chain. Love me now, you don't love me now, love me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain, break the chain. we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
So there you go. That's as close as I'm going to get to a concert for a while, being in one or going to one. Apparently that song is the only Fleetwood Mac song that every member of the band is credited on writing together. Some Brown, the Stones. I am grooving. I always groove when I'm on stage. It's hard to groove when you're playing the piano, though. I do miss the grooving times, I got to say. Is it buffering for everybody? I don't know if that's something. It doesn't say it isn't my end, but who knows? All right, before I get back to some brown sugar. I didn't see the emoji. Some brown sugar. I don't know brown sugar. I have performed as a backing vocalist for people that have done brown sugar. And I do have another Stones song I can play. You're going to a concert next Thursday. Which one is that? By the way, you said you had 900 and something cases, and before you said Yuma, I'm assuming Arizona, because those for almost 500 cases that we have, I'm talking the whole state, New South Wales. It's stopped now. That's good. So yes, I wonder what concert you're going to. I'm very excited for you. I've got tickets to 5 Seconds of Summer, to go to with my son at the Opera House, but outside. But I still don't think it's already been postponed once. Oh, it'd be great to go see a comedian. That's what we all need at the moment, don't we? Some more comedy. Just things to smile at, because it's so easy to get sucked into, well, it's life. But to just always be watching the news and always be focused on negativity, don't want to do that. We don't know how long we're all here in this life, and we just need to try and make each moment important and fun. And at the moment, I think we can go for light, which gives me an excuse to play you this. Where is it? I think this is just so cute. Poor doggy farts in his sleep. And you see the cat's face. Have you ever had a partner that's farted in their sleep and you just hit them over the head? That's a bit mean. And the poor dog is like, wow, well, what happened? Well, I was having a nice dream about some bones in the backyard and I get hit across the head. Oh, is there a Yumik County and the city as well? Well, I guess I don't know what the population differences are. You're going to sleep. Well, it's lovely to see you. What a waste. I know it's very late for you, right? But thanks so much for joining us and being our resident Twitch expert. And please feel free to, give us any other hints as we go along. I will be trying out a raid, and I hope some folks will come with me today. I'll actually do it before I say goodbye, because I think that's one of the things that's so great about Twitch. Everybody seems to be supporting everybody else. It's not just about me, come to my stream. It's, you always see people pop up in other streams, and that's a lovely thing. So thank you. Have a wonderful night. Don't fart in the middle of the night, otherwise your cat might come and hit you over the head. And I hope to see you another time. I'll be back here next week. Next Monday, I'm doing an extra one, which will be Sunday night for you. And that'll be the album watch party. But I'll be here after doing live stuff as well. Good night. Before I get back to the request list, if you don't mind, just looking at that video of the Fleetwood Mac show, I'm looking at Serena Jennings, who's the other girl singing with me, and that drummer, who's Lloyd G, fabulous drummer. They are also in the show that I do, Blondie versus Pretenders. And I love Blondie and Pretenders, but I haven't played many of the songs on piano before because, I just do them with the band and that's it. But I learnt this one yesterday. This is a Blondie song that I like too.
When I met you in the restaurant, you could tell I was no debutante. You asked me what's my pleasure, a movie or a measure. I'll have a cup of tea and tell you of my dreaming. Dreaming is free. Dreaming is free. I don't wanna live on charity. Pleasure's real or is it fantasy? Real to real is living rarity. People stop and stare at me. We just walk on by. We just keep on dreaming. Beat feet walking into a mile. Meet me at the turnstile. Never met him. I'll never forget him. Dream, even for a little while. Dream, filling up and not allow fade away. Whoa, radiate. I sit by and watch the river flow. I sit by and watch the traffic go. Imagine something of your very own, something you can have and hold, or build a road in gold, just to have some dreaming. Dreaming is free. Dreaming is free. Dreaming, whoa, dreaming is free. Dreaming, whoa, dreaming is free.
Oh, I dedicate that one to Water Waste, even though you're probably already headed off. I hope you have some wonderful dreaming. So there's 140,000 in the city and 212,000 in the county. Big difference, obviously. I don't know what the population of New South Wales is. But I do know this song. This is my Maricopa County has 4.41 million. So I don't really know how counties work. We don't have counties in Australia. We have states and cities and suburbs. I know you have states. I know you have cities. Don't know if you have suburbs. I guess you do. Yeah, you would have suburbs. Counties. I wonder what the equivalent of that is. We have like local government areas, which is a much less nice name than county. Like county sounds cool. Local government area. Really? And I guess we have regions that are a little bit more informal. But I mean, Maricopa County, that sounds cool. This, as you know, this is Man Who Fell to Earth, which is on my Polaroids and Postcards EP. And it is my tribute to David Bowie. Shire. Yeah. Shire is also a British term, isn't it? You have cities which are in counties which are in states. Okay, so county is a subset of a state. Shire. Do we have shires though? I mean, I suppose those government areas are shires. I don't know. This is my David Bowie tribute song, and I was, I've always had an obsession with David Bowie, and I've always loved his music. But just Sutherland Shire, that's right. I always think of the word Shire as just referring to the Sutherland Shire. But yeah, obviously, do we have shires in other areas as well? I don't know. But when people say borough, yeah, borough, that's probably a British term as well, I think. So, yes, David Bowie. I've been watching a lot of stuff on David Bowie, just having a re-emergence of my obsession. And I came across this little video. It's only about a minute long, but I mean, you know, I've watched his movies and I've watched his video clips and many, many times, but it's nice to see him in interview. And I think what he says in this little clip is just very wise. It's about being an artist.
Never play to the gallery, I think. But you never learn that until much later on, I think. But never work for other people at what you do. Always remember that the reason that you initially started working was that there was something inside yourself that you felt that if you could manifest it in some way, you would understand more about yourself and how you coexist with the rest of society. And I think it's terribly dangerous for an artist to fulfill other people's expectations. I think they generally produce their worst work when they do that. And the other thing I would say is that if you feel safe in the area that you're working in, you're not working in the right area. Always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being in. Go a little bit out of your depth. And when you don't feel that your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting.
Smart man. This is a song for you, David. We miss you.
You sang to me in French and Italian, held you to my chest, and then I pinned you to the wall. You give to me your sweet science fiction, needle drops again, and then you open up the door. You broke me when you left me, even though we never met. I hope the man among the stars is treating you well. You are the man who fell to earth. Save me with a song. You are the man who fell to earth. Rock and roll with lipstick on. No one could wear glitter like you did. You lived on your emotions and you gave us so much more. You lit the world in serious moonlight, dancing underground and howling through the attic door. You broke me when you left me, even though we never met. I hope the man among the stars is treating you well. You are the man who fell to earth. Save me with a song. You are the man who fell to earth. Rock and roll with lipstick on. save me with a song. You were the man who fell to earth, rock and roll with lipstick on. There you go, Sydney population just under 5 million. New South Wales population 8.1 million, yeah. Obviously, most people are in Sydney. Oh, so New South Wales is geographically bigger, but I can't remember your population comparisons now. There's a lot of space in New South Wales where there's not much. Oh, thank you, Shugi. That's a song from my Polaroids and Postcards album. It is melancholy. I love my melancholy. So yes, I mean, there are some. You have to drive from where I am. I'm kind of centre-ish of Sydney towards the coast, not right on. So I'm not in the central part of Sydney, but I'm close to where the biggest population is. And from here, you could drive an hour and start to see the city really thinning out. And you'd only have to go a couple of hours to have almost nothing around. Well, there are farms and things like that, of course, but it doesn't take that long to get out of the built-up part of Sydney. So, I mean, what we don't want is those smaller kind of towns starting to have to shut down. It's bad enough. Well, it's terrible when the city does, of course. But, I know everyone's got a different idea about COVID and how important it is and whether we should shut down. I mean, I'm actually for lockdown, particularly because my family have really bad asthma. And I've already heard of 2 singers in the UK who can't sing because they've got long COVID. So that freaks me out completely. Anyway, let's talk about nice things now. I'm just going to play you something to put a smile on your face. This will be me when I come out of lockdown. These are my little doggy friends. Okay, what else have I got? Yeah, I think it's particularly we who feel vulnerable, whether it's ourselves or our family. But then again, I mean, there are a lot of people that don't want to get really sick anyway, whether they have underlying health conditions or not. All right. So I played Billie Eilish song before. If you don't mind, I'm going to play this one. You're 20 minutes drive from Glasgow. I haven't been to Glasgow, but I've been to Edinburgh. I've been to the Edinburgh Tattoo. I was pretty young though, I'm like 12, so I don't remember too well. I need to go back to Scotland because, of course, my heritage is there, part of it. Beautiful place. I'm going to play a little Billie Eilish song that I particularly like. Don't be that way, fall apart twice a day. I just wish you could feel what you say.
Sure, never tell, but I know you too well. Kind of mood that you wish you could sell. If teardrops could be bottled, there'd be swimming pools filled by models. Told that tight dress is what makes you a whore. If I love you was a promise, would you break it? If you're honest, tell the mirror that you know she's heard before. I don't wanna be you anymore. Hands getting cold, living feelings getting old. Was I made from a broken mold? Hurt I can't shake, we've made every mistake. Only you know the way that I break. If teardrops could be bottled, there'd be swimming pools full of models. Told that tight dress is what makes you whole. If I love you was a promise, would you break it? If you're honest, tell the mirror what you know she's heard before. I don't wanna be you. I don't wanna be you. I don't wanna be you anymore. Did I freeze? Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, I don't know how to stop that happening, but can you see me now? I can see me, but I know that doesn't necessarily mean anything. All right, I've got a couple more requests I can squeeze in before I'll need to go. I'll be back on Friday. The Misbehavers. What's the Misbehavers? That sounds familiar. And Larry, what do you play? What instrument do you play? 2 to San Diego, 3 to Phoenix. Ah, I think San Diego sounds like a fun place. San Diego appears in lots of movies and things, doesn't it? No freeze there. Oh, that's good. Sometimes our own computers just freeze, huh? What was I going to do? I was going to let you know that on Friday, it's probably not a good time for most of you, but just in case you happen to find yourself in the middle of the night at a loose end, there's nothing on the telly, you can come and visit me. I'll be back on Twitch, Facebook and YouTube, which I will keep doing for about another month. I'll multi-stream. But then I will still make occasional appearances on Facebook and hopefully YouTube, but most of my streams will be on Twitch because there comes a time when you have to become exclusive. So I do hope you'll join us if you're not already. It's free to join and it's just a little bit more fun, I think. So next Friday I will be back on at 5 p.m. Sydney time. So at the moment in Sydney it's 10 to 3. So add 2 hours and 10 minutes and it's probably a ridiculous time where you are, unless you're John, unless you're watching from Sydney. Actually, Shugi, is it a crazy time for you at the moment? I'm not sure what the time difference is in Scotland, but I imagine it's pretty damn late for you, or pretty damn early in the morning, whichever way you want to look at it. So maybe the Friday stream would be better for you. So that's 5 p.m. my time, so 2 hours basically away. That's Sydney with a Y. And then the next one I'm doing, which is a one-off,
on Monday, next Monday, which will be Sunday night for most people, I'm going to run through the entire Wallflower album, the videos and the stories. I'll be here live in the chat. That's just Twitch. And then I'll do a normal live stream after that where I take requests and that kind of thing. If you think about any songs, you know, you'd like to hear in between now and then, you can send me a message. I do what's called piano bar rules, in that I have to kind of know the song. Because otherwise it can be a few hours to learn a song. And even though I do have a little bit more time up my sleeve at the moment, it's worth trying. So shoot stuff my way. But I'm also trying to write a new album, as well as doing some co-writing and all sorts of other stuff. Letter. Yeah, absolutely. 10 minutes to 6 a.m. Oh, Shugi. So have you been up since before? Have you been up like all night till 6 p.m. or did you just get up early? Either way, very rock and roll of you. Thank you. Well, I'm certainly glad I played your request then, because that would be pretty damn rude if you appeared and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I went, what song? I know. Because sometimes I forget. If I don't do it, it's only because I forgot, not because I'm being mean. I think I can do both your requests, Sydney. This song is also from Wallflower. Ooh, hey, hey, ooh, hey, hey, you look at me in the eye while you're singing about her. You don't see the crowd of 1,000 people here. Truth can be heavy. Is this your way of telling me you want me near? Am I the girl in the song that you're singing? Am I the angelic night that keeps your head spinning? Am I the girl in the song? Is it the pillow of my lips underneath of my neck? The curve of my back and the light in my green eyes? Is it me in the melody? Love is woven there. Am I the one who makes you high? Am I the girl in the song that I'm hearing? Am I the one that gives you reason for living? Am I the girl in the song? Will we stay enshrined there? Is it safer there? The song will always have you wanting me. Am I the girl in the song that I'm hearing? Am I the one that gives you reason for living? Am I the girl in the song? Am I the girl in the song that you're singing? Am I the angelic night that keeps your head spinning? Am I the girl in the song? Ooh. That's That's my harmony pedal. That's Girl in the Song from Wallflower, and I'm going to finish with Letter to a Small Boy. You might have heard this before, but it popped up on the request list again, and you know, this is a song I wrote for my boy, who's not so little anymore. He's 12 years old. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. You had to sleep earlier than you got up. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for coming over to Twitch, because I know, you know, it can be a bit of a pain in the neck to get to yet a new platform. But if I could ask one more favour of everybody, at the end of this song, I'm going to do what's called a raid. Some of you have experienced raids with me when I've been raided. And it's just a really nice thing. One of the reasons I love Twitch. So basically, somebody is doing their live stream and they're about to finish. And so instead of just going, see you later, goodbye, they raid another channel. So anybody who's listening to that channel then has the choice. I think something will pop up on your screen to say join raid. I know because I was part of a raid on someone else's channel recently. So, you know, it's always good to do it from the other point of view so you get what's going on. And so I'll choose a channel. I've started to make a list of favourite channels that I like. So doesn't mean you'll automatically like them and you don't have to stay. But even if you come over for just a minute, it would be awesome, because it then means that I'm supporting someone else. You know, they might support me in return, and it's just part of the whole community thing of Twitch. But before I say goodbye, I'm going to do this song, which you might have heard before. If I could teach you all the secrets that I've learned about the world, I would. And I would show you only goodness in the world, if I could. But don't be frightened of pain. We need it like the rain. It's there to help us to the other side. It's the times that are the hardest at first that can mean the most and make it all worthwhile. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. To a small boy, you might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. You were born with such a handsome face, but that can't replace compassion and kindness. Make sure you look for all the beauty in the world around you, and inside people too. They'll give it back to you, and they're really all that matters in the end. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can put my arms around
these words will mean to you so much more. Lou, you're back, and I'm just about to go. Lou is a bit of an expert on Twitch as well. What a Waste has been helping us out. Thanks, Pete, you're still there. So, Lou, one thing I did for the first time after my stream yesterday was don't go yet, don't go, please stay for just a second. Oh, Lou, you are just too good to me and to us. One thing that I have managed to do is to pull the Twitch screen into my dashboard. So I saw that you just gifted a sub to somebody, to the community. Is that how it works? See, I still have to get it together. I still don't know exactly what's happening. But what I am going to do... Oh, Lou, thank you. Lou is a legend. Now, I knew Lou back in the old days. We used to do amateur musical theatre together. And that's that famous photo that I've shown many times of me and, oh my gosh, his name just completely went, Hugh Jackman. How could I forget his name? Hugh Jackman was in West Side Story with Lou and I. He played Tony? He was Tony, right? Yeah. And there's a photo of me and Hugh having a cuddle and Lou's cheeky face in the background. Some dude, what's his name? I don't know. But right now, I hope you're still with me. And if you could come with me to do this little raid, even if you just last for 2 minutes, it would really be doing me a favour. So I did a raid for the first time yesterday, and it's just the right thing to do on Twitch. So thank you again for joining me. We're going to go and visit a lovely lady called Vanessa Ainsley, who actually is not about music. It's about food and drink. And you know how I love food and drink. So we're going to go and say hello. I hope you'll join me. And I hope that worked. Also some guy called Wolverine. Anyway, I'll see you over with Vanessa's channel.